Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing another Q&A video. I really wasn't planning on doing one this soon, but there were some questions that I just wanted to answer, and you guys seemed to like my last one, so I will probably do these on a little bit more of a consistent basis. I sent all of the questions to my phone that I'm going to be answering in this video. Azawar says, hello. So to you, sir, I say, hello. This one is from Greg Pelicano. Hashtag Kate Nicole, what would you do if you were invisible for a day? Emoji smiley face. I would just like to know who would not go and mess with people, honestly. Like, who would not go and just like scare the crap out of some of your friends or family members, just like moving stuff around or kind of like seeing what they're doing during the day, being a creep. If you're invisible, there is no shame in the creeping game. Madison Renee Cox said, if you went back in time to your prom, would you change your date or dress? Guess who didn't go to prom? This girl. Okay, I was one of those kids in school that thought they were too cool for school dances. I don't know, I went to a few and my dates, I don't know, my dates for those, even though Brock and I were dating through most of high school, I never went to a dance with him. I went with other people. It's a very odd situation because some of the time we were together, and then most of you guys probably did not know this, but even though Brock and I are like, oh yeah, we've been together 8 years, like 2 of those years we were not like technically together. So we did like have a continuous relationship and then about a 2-year break and then another continuous relationship until now. I think that was like my junior and senior year that we weren't together. So I didn't go to prom and I asked Brock to go with me and he said no. We didn't end up going. My freshman year, I don't even know if I want to even think about this. This one guy asked me, I feel so bad. I'm not gonna say like who it was, obviously. I don't want to put anybody on blast, but my date for the first homecoming ever was like a stage 5 planner. He asked me to the dance and I said yeah, because I was like, you know, we weren't really like really good friends, but we had some like kind of mutual friends, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Because like honestly, when those kind of things happen, like there were always like middle school dances and stuff before big high school dances, and people would ask and whatever, and you'd always just end up kind of going off with other people. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go with you. I did that, and then all of a sudden he started telling everyone we were dating, and I was like, I am not your girlfriend. I was like, I just said I would go to the dance with you. That doesn't mean that we're like dating now. And I just remember being at my parents' house, and he would like show up, he would like ride his bike to my house and like just randomly show up, and I was like, no sir, we are not going to the dance together anymore. You're freaking me out. Peace, bro. Ended up going with one of my really good guy friends, and we had a great time. We didn't really end up like doing like the dance thing together. We just took pictures together. And then my sophomore year, I asked this one guy, and then you guys, if you can tell, I'm like a little bit indecisive with people. So my sophomore year, I asked this one guy, and then everyone like kind of thought I was weird because I asked him, but I don't really care, I'll do what I want. And then I kind of started having second thoughts about it, and then the guy started acting kind of weird, and then I was like, forget it, I'm not gonna go with you. So I just went stag, and then I ended up just hanging out with some friends. I went to the homecoming and I went to Sweetheart. That was like supposed to be the one that you go with your boo and it's like so romantic, and that was the one that I ended up going stag to. The punch ended up getting spiked and people were drunk, and some vodka bottle broke on the dance floor and people went to the hospital with glass in their feet. So that was kind of my experience with school dances, and then after all of that I was kind of like, no thank you anymore. It was not my thing. That was a very long roundabout way of answering that question, but you guys get a little look into my high school past. Stacy Redhead says, Kate Nicole, if you were a bird, where would you like to make your nest? Probably somewhere sunny and warm all the time. Somewhere maybe like Florida, California, just somewhere that's like a nice even temperature all year round that's not like cold like it is here in Kansas. Jamie R. Guzman says, do you cook? If so, what are your favorite dishes to make? I will tell you what, I make some bomb Asian chicken, and that's pretty much my claim to fame. Grace Wade says, what is the hardest thing about being a mom, and what do you miss that you used to be able to do before having your daughter? I don't really miss a whole lot, to be honest with you. Once your life changes after you have a child, you don't really miss anything because you start to think you do, like little things like if I'm going to the store, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get the car seat out, I have to get the, you know, stroller or whatever, even though she kind of sits in the carts now, it's not that big of a deal, but you start to think that you miss those things, and then you have your baby with a babysitter or something and you're going somewhere and you're like, but I don't have to get my baby out. What is life? Ashley Tate says, any goals for 2015? Yes, definitely. I want to take my YouTube channel a lot more seriously and like really get on a good schedule. I've already committed to the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm doing my absolute best to stick with that. I didn't get one up this Monday. I had a very personal issue come up and just was not able to finish a video, but I promise to you guys I'll do my absolute best to get a video up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Stephanie Miller says, what is the biggest challenge you had when learning makeup? I think for a very long time, I've kind of talked about this before, but I went through a super tanaholic phase and I wanted to be so dark. I wanted to be so tan, and I think probably one of the biggest struggles for me was like matching my foundation correctly, because no matter if I knew I was a certain color or not, I always went darker, which is not something you should ever do. Unless, of course, your neck is darker than your face. Like, that's a totally different story. But when you're just like purposely going darker for no reason, that was a huge struggle for me. And then also my brows, you guys. Recently, I feel like I've pretty much nailed them down and gotten them how I like. But if you watch some old videos, oh my gosh, my brows were a hot mess. So that was probably one of my other biggest struggles. Janessa Raquel Lep says, what age are you going to start letting Lacey wear makeup? Do you and Brock agree? My dad was super strict about it. Smiley face, haha. So we've briefly talked about this just because of what I do. If you look at her sweet little face, she is just so pretty. I don't even feel like she needs makeup. And so, I don't know, it's hard to say when they're this young. I mean, if she started to express an interest in it, I would definitely not say no. I would do my best to teach her like what is appropriate for what age group. Like, I'm not gonna start letting her just like wear a full face of makeup when she's like 10 years old or anything like that. But if she starts to express an interest in it, I don't want to not let her do something that makes her happy, because my parents were never really strict with me in wearing makeup. They kind of just let me do what I wanted to do because they knew that I was very much into hair and makeup and beauty and stuff like that, and I so appreciate them not suppressing my love for doing what I want to do. And I don't want to take that away from Lacey. If this ends up something that she's really interested in and wants to do also, I would never want to take that away from her, but I want to teach her like what is appropriate for what age. So if that makes any sense. This one also is kind of the same. Well, this one is also just about Lacey. Amanda Busta says, do you and Brock have any differences about raising Lacey, like sports, dating, makeup? Just talked about the makeup. Haven't even thought about the dating yet. As far as sports go, like, I feel like I just want to let her do what makes her happy, and if sports make her happy, then by all means, girlfriend, let's get you into some sports. As far as dating goes, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be very hard for me, just because I had been in some really crappy relationships before Brock, and I just know like what heartbreak comes with starting to date. So that is going to be very hard for me. That's not something I even want to think about for several years. Makeup Junkie 139 says, Kate Nichole, when are you and Chow Bella getting together next? I love your vlogs together last time. I don't know. We've been talking about it recently, but we don't have anything set in stone. Obviously, I'd love to see her soon, but the fact that she lives in New Jersey and I live in Kansas, it's a very far way for us to travel. And with me having Lacey, it makes it very difficult if I was to go there, and then it's expensive if she wants to come here. So we're just kind of trying, we've been talking about it, but we don't have anything set in stone. So maybe soon. We kind of talked about like the beginning of the year, so we'll just have to see. My brother asks, if you had a choice, would you ever want another brother or sister, or just keep it you and me? Boy, you know I just keep it you and me. I don't feel like I could ever love another sibling as much as I love my brother. We have the best relationship. He is my best friend, like hands down in all of the world. If anything is ever wrong in my life, he is the first person I go to. I just feel like we have such a strong connection. I don't know if it would be possible for me to have such a strong connection with another sibling. I feel like they would be kind of like the third wheel. I've talked to my mom before, and she has said that they did want a third baby, but it just like never happened. So I'm very glad that it just never happened, because I think that would be disappointing. Which is horrible to say, but I just can't really picture my life any differently, because I just can't. I just love my brother. Danielle Mazur, maybe sorry if I said that wrong, said, who was the first YouTuber you subscribed to? Oh my gosh. I don't even know. I mean, I want to say it was like Michelle Fan because, or Fawn, I don't know if that's like correct. I'm really sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I feel like it was like Makeup by Tiffany D or Michelle Fan, one of the two. I don't know, but I was watching them both like way before I started my channel and loved their videos and all kind of stuff like that. So one of those two. Oh, and Candy Johnson. I've been watching her forever. I don't know, probably those three. I don't know which came first, but those were like my top three when I started watching makeup videos on YouTube. Laura M. Wood says, what's your best mascara? My favorite one, I thought it was Benefits They're Real because I started using that again and I was like on a super like hot kick with that. And then I got a sample of the TheHighLite Camera Lashes in my Ipsy bag and I hadn't used that forever and I was like, oh my gosh, this is my best thing. I love this mascara. Holy grail, and I just feel like I don't want to use anything else because it just makes my lashes so fantastic. I'm really gonna butcher this name, so I'm just gonna obviously have a picture here. I'm so sorry. Are you planning to move anywhere soon? No. I just moved and this was the hardest move yet. I feel like each time you move, you accumulate more and more things, and after this time we were like, oh, we are staying here for a very, very long time. As much as I would like to move out of state to somewhere, like I said, warmer, I just don't physically feel like I can move again anytime soon, so I'll probably stay here for a while, although I would like to venture out other places. I don't see myself staying here like forever. So Haley Linder says, your most played songs. Do you have any go-to songs when you're in a bad mood, happy or exercising? Yes, yes, and yes. I have like, oh my god, whenever I'm in a bad mood, Blink-182 is all I will listen to. When I'm happy, all I will listen to is EDM, and especially when I'm exercising. So that's like pretty much what I listen to right now. I do have this one song that I'm gonna play because it's just so bomb. I think I've played it in a video before. Yes, Tear the House Up by Zebra Cats. I think I have my boom on. Oh, no I don't. Hold on. It's so much better on the boom. And I've played this before, but this is like one of my go-to songs.
Down on this beat, yo, let's go way back to the basics. Man, motherfuckers really just can't take it. Sipping on a random on a mic, one and they said, I'm that cat, yeah, I'm the black cat, yeah.
My other song right now is like one of the stupidest songs ever, but I don't know why, I just love it. It's just so like, I just want to dance.
I'm an Albatroz.
My sad song will forever be Blink-182 Always. So nostalgic. Oh my god. Back to my punk rock little emo kid days.
Tom DeLonge is my make-believe husband, in case you guys didn't know.
I'm gonna cut it off right here. Thank you guys so much as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like Q&As, go ahead and give me a thumbs up so I know, and I will definitely keep doing them. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my Facebook page, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I think that's it. So thanks again for watching, you guys. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye!